Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
What is Millennial Core music? Do you have any ideas?
Millennium Core.
Millennial Core.
Millennial Core. Like Y2K, like
So I guess what millennials listen to, right?
yeah.
That's what I kind of think. So, but that's such a, is that a genre? How do you define what millennial? I feel like we have different styles that we
There's
like.
different styles, but I guess in
Yeah.
that time period
Let's see.
where
Sta
we can all relate
the
to.
title was interesting enough for me to click. So
Okay.
let's see.
Are young. There's a fire in our soul. We go big or go home together.
If you've been on social media recently, you've probably heard that track. It's been trending a lot lately, along
No.
with people making fun of a very specific kind of millennial restaurant I would call
Oh
appetizers shareables, charge you $30 for a burger
yeah.
without fries, and play
They
this
say
kind of music.
like there's like a typical like aesthetic for like millennials. They say you know what's out of style now? You cannot wear tight. Now you have to wear a tight, a loose, or loose, or loose tight, but never tight. And also when you go to the gym, you cannot wear you have to wear the tall socks, not the little socks, because the little socks, no socks means you're old. The tall socks means you're young.
I mean, I wear the long socks for basketball, but if I
Hmm.
don't play basketball, I wear the short
That
socks.
means you're millennial. The
I
short
guess
socks
I'm
is
a
millennial.
millennial. I don't like that
Hmm.
chalk is so showing like that.
And that we like restaurants that have like the grass on the wall and the bar stools, that type of
I
style.
don't like that. I don't
Me
like
either.
barstools.
What else is millennial core? I guess, yeah.
Huh. Hmm.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Can I get anything started for you? Any apps? We've got some great hard booch on tap.
What are you playing? What is on right now?
Sorry, they gave me the aux today. It's one of my favorites. It's this little indie band called Fun. Did you know the story behind this place, by the way? It started as just two guys with a crazy idea.
Well, I'm sure it was kind of obvious seeing the video with it. I had no clue that this wasn't a real song until
Oh, and
eventually seeing the
also
original.
like the fashion sense too, like the flannel, those type of boots. Now I would say the for this generation, the Gen Z, when they go out, they all have the same look. It's a black top and mom jeans with a white shoe.
And what is a mom jean?
Mom jean is like it's like you know the boyfriend jeans is a little bit
No.
baggy. It's like it's not tight, it's baggy, and you can wear it high, like almost high waist. It's not too low.
I have no idea what you're talking
Video and hearing the
No
rest of the
skinny
track, which made
jeans.
it very obvious that it's satire.
We did a thing. We let our voices ring. Politicians hear us sing. Stop lying.
But the reason it's so believable is there was an era in the 2010s that sounded exactly like that, which is now being referred to as Millennial Core.
Yeah, I remember the fashion at this time.
Okay, look, I'm
It's
not gonna
crazy.
pretend like this name even remotely makes sense. If you take it at face value, it could mean so many things. So many different types of music that millennials are stereotypically into, from pop punk to alternative. And it's obviously very dumb to group an entire generation together like that. It's like a boomer saying Gen Z core, and it's that gosh dang mumble rap. But for the purpose of this video, the kind of millennial core that I'm referring to is this era roughly between 2011 and 2016 of super
Yeah, that was
positive,
specific
upbeat
style.
anthem
Yeah.
music, which has been coined this term millennial core online a lot by Gen Z because it was a time where millennials were the most dominant in what was mainstream. Bands like Fun, American Authors, One Republic got that signature stomp clap indie folk sound, overly optimistic, bright and chanty anthems
about. It does though. One Republic style. It does look like that though. Yeah.
about how great life is and nothing bad will ever happen because you're young and you don't age and the world is fantastic. Life is great. Something you would never see these days because frankly there's no reason to be making music like that. If you put out an anthem about how great living is right now, I would assume you're either a nepo baby that doesn't know that eggs being $5 is a lot, or you were cryogenically frozen 20 years ago and just got thawed out and taken straight to the booth with no knowledge of the outside world.
I don't know though. I feel like the times weren't all that good back then either. We had problems back then too. Like, I, obviously the problems are probleming right now, but back then too, there was a lot of shootings. There was like Trayvon Martin, the whole that was going on. I don't know. Like, there's always issues.
Yeah.
It's unfair to say, oh, my problems right now are bigger than it was 10 years ago. I feel like it was different problems, maybe same problems. Just the access to the media makes it. I mean, we did have social media back then. It just wasn't as popular, I guess, and it wasn't as quick to spread everything. But yeah.
Residents must vacate immediately.
Let's
This stuff is like the yin to recession pop's yang. While recession pop was more like, okay, the world's going to shit anyway, so might as well have a good time tonight because the world's freaking ending. And the millennial core mindset was more, life is amazing, the world isn't going to shit, and nothing will ever make that happen. So live your life. Live, laugh, love,
Teletubbies?
if you will. The actual staple of this genre that I'm pretty sure everybody thinks of right away is We Are Young by Fun, which I'm assuming was the main inspiration for that Kyle Gordon track that I
think
showed
he's
in
a
the beginning,
staple in a
because,
long time.
wow, this song was something. Listening back, it almost feels like someone in a midlife crisis coping with aging. Also, did you know Jack Antonoff was in that band? Kind of crazy. I feel like a lot of people don't know that. Fun kind of had this grasp over the field of millennial core, though, because it wasn't just that song. They also had the banger, which was Some Nights, which feels like they took We Are Young, shuffled it up a bit, put it back together in different parts,
sound like
and
We Are
called
Young.
it a new song. Also, I had no recollection of this crazy little experimental part at the end.
I remember this.
the fuck is that?
Kind
The
of
fuck
crazy.
is
They were
this?
on top at that time until the lead singer Nate Ruis left to do solo music, only to totally flop, and everyone else from the band to go on and have amazing careers. Jack Antonoff. Like, I know there's a lot of Jack Antonoff haters out there, but imagine being Nate Ruis. He's got to
I
be the
don't know
biggest. All
Jack
two American
Antonoff.
authors.
I don't
the
know none of these
creators
guys. I know that We Are Young, but that's it. Yeah.
maybe an even more millennial song than We Are Young. Now, while I found some enjoyment in the fun songs, I will say, for me personally at least, I hate this song.
I know this song.
Yeah.
It hits every single bullet point when it comes to the sound. You got the big dong dong dong.
But it's interesting. He has the point. The song's "Best Day of My Life," like very uplifting.
Yeah.
I don't know if he hears that type of music anymore now, like being made nowadays, where it's like so uplifting.
We saw that there was like a trend for top Billboard songs being sad.
Mm-hmm. I never thought about it until this video. Interesting, yeah.
Dong drums. The echoing whoa 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 whoa. And the obnoxiously positive lyrics. And one more bonus point, they're all dressed like they just walked out of an Urban Outfitters, which ironically is somewhere that
Yeah.
this song would play. This stuff all kind of
That's
ties into that
Millennial
2010s
Core,
hipster
that
era
flannel,
too. And I'm not
see,
sure
that
if these bands were
flannel,
the cause or the effect.
there was like headpieces. Yeah, that was the time.
There. Kind of a chicken and egg situation. Did hipsters come first and make fun? Or did fun come first and spawn hipsters? Wow. Also, while
Oh,
researching for this video, I found out
hipsters.
there's a sequel to the song. It came out 2 years ago, and it flopped so hard that it's kind of sad. They went all out
I
trying to
never heard
recreate
this one.
I mean, it has
What's smart?
Yeah.
94K views on YouTube. So
Wow.
yeah, and no
It
way you
wasn't
would
a
have heard
hit.
it. Yeah, that
At
that is
all.
not a hit.
Mm-mm. You see here, I feel like that style was popular up north. I feel
Yeah.
like south here in Miami was like the bright neon colors.
Yeah, I don't feel
Color
like
blocking.
Yeah, this is more like where they have this Four Seasons.
Yeah,
that first
yeah,
one. But must have
exactly.
quickly realized that people do not vibe with that sound anymore. Ironically, I bet the day that they released this was not the best night of their lives. Now let's check out One Republic, who by the name I always think is a Christian band. Pretty sure they're not, unless they're one of those like sleeper Christian bands. But I could not for the life of me
Why does
remember
One
what
Republic give Christian band name?
they sounded like. Even though it's one of those names I like distinctly remember, it all clicked when I heard their song Counting Stars again, where guess what the lyrics are about? I don't know if you'll get it. It's pretty out there.
But I'm not that old, young, but I'm not that bold.
This one uses something that I don't think we saw a ton of in the other examples, but is usually the case for the more poppier in this sound, and that's the boom, clap, boom, clap, boom, clap, clap. And I don't know what it was with this era and the woos, man. I'm so young, and being young is so great. Life is fantastic.
Oh,
but
I can't
sometimes-
wait when they do it for Gen Z. It's gonna be hilarious.
What's the next generation?
Alpha?
Oh,
Being young isn't that great, but that's okay, because at least I'm young, and in love, and happy. Must be nice. I'm just salty that there was once a world with things to look forward to. The comments on
Alpha
these
or
songs
Beta,
are
one of
so
those.
funny, too. Let's be honest, this song is still legendary. I don't know what it is with the Let's Be Honest. Let's be honest. This is one of the few songs that actually deserve the billion views that it got. I don't know, I would argue that Gangnam Style deserves it a little more. Another band I can't leave out are the Lumineers, who are on the more folky stomp clap side of this sound.
Yeah, oh my gosh. When you put them all together, you're like, whoa.
I forgot that song existed.
Well, we're putting them together because they represent that genre, millennial
Yeah.
core, so it makes sense.
Existed before this, and I wish it stayed that
I guess
way.
the
So now that I've
face
gone over
is it. I guess
But
for him, but I didn't think of that style at all.
I do think he's doing a good job describing the genre because they all fit. Like once he described,
He's
it
making a
clicked to me what
case.
is millennial
Oh,
core.
yeah.
And in the intro of this video, I had no idea what it would be, but he's doing a good job.
staples of Millennial Core. Going back to that Kyle Gordon track, can you see why I thought it was a real song?
No one I know will ever die.
It's uncanny. Props to Kyle Gordon, who's also made a really good Euro-based parody as well.
I've got an idea. World peace.
Dude knows how to parody a genre, I will give him that. That kind of sums up Millennial Core, and I gotta say that making this video, I rediscovered a lot of stuff that I was super into during these times that I would almost consider subgenres of this sound. This one kind of pains me to say. Stuff like Porter Robinson's Lionhearted, which is almost in this sound, but replacing the folky stomp clap aspects with EDM. This sound came near the end of the Millennial Core era, where tracks with EDM elements were getting super popular in the mainstream, but people were still on that fun kick. It's got that upbeat We Are Young vocals and melody. It just replaces the stomp clap.
Also, just talking about the issues back then. The whole Occupy Wall Street was going on back then too, so
Yeah.
we had plenty of issues.
With. But yeah, just wanted to talk
I
about
just
this
wonder
fun-
why people kind of stopped making positive, uplifting music.
It stopped selling on it, I
I
guess.
mean, yeah, duh. That's why they stopped it. But why did it stop selling?
little feel-good era of music.
people
that
more
hopefully,
pessimistic
fingers
nowadays?
crossed, never comes back. I mean, if people tried right now, I think it would end up a little like that American Authors failed comeback. So if you're happy right now, just keep it inside, or at least express it in a different way. Don't listen to that guy. Do whatever you want. One quick thing before I end the video. If you want to get videos
Interesting video. He did a good job
Yeah.
summarizing the genre, though.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.